is losing, bro.
I do believe the Mets are going to win that first game.
The first game.
Only because for some reason this season we don't be caring about the first game of series. We've lost, I think we 11 and. Yeah. I gotta see what our record. I don't know I forgot what it is, but our first game of a 3-game series this season is negative right now. For some reason, we don't be giving a fuck about the first game, so we probably gonna lose. And we got Rodon out there. He's gonna give it up. Somebody's gonna hit a bomb off that nigga tomorrow. So I gotta take a look and see who it's gonna be.
So who's the ace on the Yankees? Max.
Yeah, right now it's the free, 100%.
So you believe that
right now it's the free. Rodon is number 2.
So Rodon is 2. So you believe the Yankees are keeping Max for what? Game 2 or 3? You think that's their move?
He's definitely gonna play on Sunday. I can see it right now. I'm looking at it right now. He's definitely playing on Sunday against Pete. And we're going to win that game because we lost his last start. So
right now, the books have the Yankees favored at home. 1.5 runs is actually.
I'm taking the Mets.
The Mets.
I'm taking Mets.
Game
I'm
1.
taking the Mets. I'm taking the Mets tomorrow.
Carlos Rodon's record is 4.
Parlaying it with the Knicks.
Oh, that's a New York affair.
Friday. Yeah, Freaky Friday. That's a Freaky Friday. That's the first 2-piece special that's going on. That's going on a free crack of Freaky Friday. We got the Mets. We got the Mets, and we got the Knicks.
Now let me ask you this though, but I can't see how in the Subway Series the first return of Juan Soto, who the whole Yankees think. Do they cheer?
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do they cheer or do they boo Juan when he comes back tomorrow?
It's gonna be a mixture of both.
You think so?
It's gonna be a mixture of both. I don't think. It depends. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna boo him.
Do you think Yankees fans have remorse for Juan Soto? That's what you're telling me. You think they're giving him, grace coming back tomorrow, or are they mad that he took a max contract?
Of course, we were mad. We were mad, but at first, but I don't know if. No, I don't know if we holding a grudge right now. I think we might be over it by now. I think they might be over it by now because we're fine, and we're gonna be fine. The Mets are okay for now, but the bad thing about the Mets is that they're playing too well too early, so regression is due. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to win 100 games this season. They might win 100 games. They might win 100 games.
Too early. Now, what I would combat that with is I believe what's been carrying the Mets early on is great pitching. And now what we see
100% great pitching.
But what we see now is the batting is coming along. Juan Soto is now picking up his home run numbers. His batting average is increasing. So I just believe that statement right there. I believe the Mets are balancing out now to where it's not just they pitching. We was winning games with just pitching. Now the batting is picking up, and I just can't agree with that statement. I just feel like the team is balancing out, and that's going to carry us the rest of the way. But we could go either way with teams now. We know we could beat them on the pitching, or if the pitching is lacking, now the batting is picking up, and we could beat them with the runs.
We'll see. Cause I don't know. It's a long. What how many games we played? About 40. Still got 120 games left in the season. So still a lot of games. It's about 4 months worth of games left.
All right. So for your Subway Series prediction, Parlay Demon has Game 1 going to the Mets. Game 2 goes to. Is that a toss-up game?
I don't know what's gonna happen in Game 2. That's a toss-up. I won't be surprised if they won again. I won't be surprised if the Mets won again. I'm trying to figure out who we got on Saturday. Yeah, we sending out Clark Schmidt. It's a possibility we could win. But y'all got out Griffin Cannon. For some reason, this nigga's 5-1. I don't know why or how. But for some reason, y'all been winning with this nigga pitching. So I'm gonna think y'all probably get that win. Maybe he's our number 3 for right now, but he's not really our number 3. He's filling in until my nigga Lou Hill come back. Till we get back Lou Gill, which I think he'll be back in a couple months, hopefully.
I see. So we have game 1 Mets, game 2 toss up, game 3 Yankees.
Yeah, game 3 the food is on the mound. Game 3 is free day. That's a win. Sad to say that's a win. They winning that.
Now,
Free day, free is automatic for me. Whenever I see the Freed on the mound, there's no way I'm ever fading that out.
now I got a question for you. I know earlier you said that the Subway Series is usually two games. Why 3 games this year?
You know why it's 3 games this year? They got Juan over there. Y'all are actually good this year.
Ooh.
Early, so it's a lot more attention on that series, especially because the rivalry is deeper because we had this nigga Juan and he left and went over there. The fans low key hated him for a minute, so it's must see TV. It's gonna be a lot of runs. It's gonna be a lot of home runs. This weekend is gonna be a lot of action. I'm not gonna lie to you.
A lot
I
of
think
extra.
to me, I think the best plays are gonna be on the totals and the props because with this being rivalry week and all of these games are inner city matchups, it's gonna be a lot of madness.
Okay.
It's gonna be a
Now,
lot of shit because it's
which,
all inner city matchups. Like you got the Battle of Florida, you got Tampa Bay and Miami, you got the set in the Mets, you got the Phillies and Philly, the Halos and the Dodgers, the White Sox and the Cubs, fucking Houston and Texas, Arizona and Colorado, and San Francisco and Oakland. Well, Sacramento now. So it's all a bunch of inner city matchups. I think it's only like one or two teams that's not inner city.
got you. Now, which 2 matchups are you most keyed into? Which ones are intriguing to the most to you?
Which ones I like the most? Besides the Subway Series?
Besides the
Come on.
Subway Series, two other
Besides
matchups
the Subway Series, I mean,
that you are
like, come
looking at
on. I
right
don't
now.
know if anything
That's
else is much. Matter of fact, I'll say this. I think
Cardinals, Royals. What are you looking at?
I don't feel
Mariners, Padres.
I like, the funny thing is, I like St. Louis is okay this year, but Kansas City is trash to me. So
You feel like Kansas City is a little bit overrated?
they always have been. Like they're good at home, but that's it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they know they don't like they're not good. Like they're good enough during the regular season, but that's about it. I think the biggest surprise this season, as the same as in the NBA, is Detroit. I don't know what's going on in Detroit this year, where their football team, the MLB team, the NBA team, they just all their teams just turning up this year. I don't know who sent Detroit a check or what's going on in that state, but I mean in that city. But they teams have been turning the fuck up.
Right.
They're the biggest surprise, but I would have said I like that matchup, but Toronto was trash to me, and it's not even an inner city. But they're not a good team. They're terrible. They can't fucking hit. Your boy
So,
Vladdy, I think your nigga only got like 4 home runs on the season. That's fucking terrible for a nigga that
what's your best bet for that game today? Dodgers, Blue Jays. Are we looking at Detroit money
Detroit.
line?
Detroit. I would if your man wasn't on the mound.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying? If your
Jack,
man,
Jack,
if your man
Jack Black.
Captain Jack wasn't out there, then I would have thought about it. With your man out there, so I don't know. I don't know if I could get jiggy with Captain Jack tonight. Pause. Like nah.
For our subscribers out there, Jack's current record is 1-5, and he has an ERA of 4.61.
But he is on the contrary. He's up against Bowden Francis, who's 2-5 with a 5.4 ERA. But Detroit has only won one game that this man has started. So yes, he's 1-5, and they gave him majority of the losses. Like you don't see that very often. Like so that means most of the losses was his fault. They're not even blaming it on the bullpen. Like he's getting the losses, so it's on him.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know what I mean? Another
Anybody?
interesting matchup that Texas Houston matchup is kind of. I think it's gonna be. I think there might be some fireworks at a game or two there because Houston, they usually start off slow. They start off slow almost every damn season, and then out of nowhere they just get hot, and then they go on like a 10-game winning streak. Before you know it, they at the top of their division. So you can never count Houston out, and eventually they're gonna get hot eventually. So you just wait for it. They're going through the motions right now because they made some big trades. Like they lost that boy Breeden.
Gotcha. So who off the top of your head? I know you haven't done much research so far, but who's your? If we could give the fans at least one or two batters to go yard today during rivalry weekend. Who off the top of your head? Who you think will be?
Off the top,
Who's hitting the home run?
It's sad to say. It's sad to say.
We could give them one freebie or two freebies.
It's sad to say, but I already know Polar Bear is going yard today. I'm pretty sure he's going yard today. Somebody, if not Polar Bear, maybe Francisco. Somebody's going yard on Rodon today. He's gonna give up one of them things.
So
But I know he's gonna give up one of them things. The thing is, McGill's gonna give. He's gonna give it up too. I just don't. I don't know. Matter of fact, let me take a look real quick. Let me just
so
take
we
a look.
have the top. So according to the Parlay Demon, the Mets batter is definitely going for a home run tomorrow. We have the top Mets batters for home runs this season are Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso the Bear, tied at number 9 with 9 home runs this season. Then we have in second place on the Mets Brandon Nimmo and Juan Soto right behind them with 8 home runs apiece. So we have Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, or Juan Soto going yard tomorrow. Who is it? Pete, Francisco, Brandon, or Juan?
Looking here, I would take a look at Pete. I would take a look at Pete for sure. Right now, the odds on. Let me take a look at the odds on FanDuel right now say plus 285. To me, which is a little low for what they usually have them at, is usually like in the plus 350 range, plus 3 something. Got him at 285, so they think it's a big chance he hits one today because they drop the odds. Anytime they lower the odds, then I think they know. Then they have a feeling that it's a good chance this guy goes young.
Gotcha.
One, I'm not sure. I would it like. I don't think he's gonna do it as the first game. I feel like one, he's gonna hit one eventually. This game, I'm not sure. I don't think it's be. Matter of fact, if he hits one, it's gonna be game two because he's not hitting the free's not game. So it's either gonna be this game or it's gonna be game two. I think so, but I don't think it's gonna be this game because the first game back. I heard some comments from him, like he was saying that from what I heard he was saying, it sounded like he was expecting the fans to be on him a little bit. Like he expecting the fans to be on him. He expecting them. Like you feel me? Like I don't know what his energy will be.
You're covering your mic a little bit, but we can hear you.
I don't know what his energy is gonna be like.
You're covering your mic.
Still, that's my damn headphone. I got my
You can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. You can still hear
me? Oh, yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, it sounded like you was covering your mic a little bit, maybe the bottom, your fingers over the bottom, but
yes, I don't know what his energy would be like that first game, so he might be a little nervous coming into it. It sounds like he's anticipating some hate. You know what I mean? It sounds like he's anticipating the hate. So we'll see what happens. But looking at this, a big value play that I see today that we just cannot use. I get it. Arizona's good. Rockies are bad, but minus 182 on the run line is outrageous. Just as a value play, I mean, if you're a straight better, you want to take a shot. I would take a shot on the Rockies plus 1.5. You're getting plus 150 for them to lose by one. Take a shot. Like you got to take a shot on that. Like that's just something I noticed here. Another thing I'm looking at.
Are you looking at Diamondbacks plus 150?
Yeah, I mean the Rockies plus 150. Facts on the Rockies plus 1.5 plus 150.
Ooh, we're talking about the worst team in the show right now. And the Parlay Demon is saying the worst team in the show right now has a shot against the 23-21 Arizona Diamondbacks, who currently has Corbin Burns on the mound tomorrow, and they're favored at minus 400. You're taking a shot on the Rockies plus 310.
No, no. I mean, that's not a bad play. And 9 times out of 10, it's a possibility that might go in. But I'm saying just take the plus 1.5. I would take the run. You're getting plus 150 for them to lose by one. Yeah, take the 1.5. Take the run line.
Well, we also
if you feeling feisty,
they have 2.5. They're selling 2.5 for plus 105.
You getting plus money at 2? Come on, you getting plus money at 2.5? You could take that. You could take 2.5 at plus 105. It's too heavy. That's way too heavy. I get it. The Rockies are terrible, but Arizona is not that good. You know what I'm saying? That's their overvalued. And I get it. They're doing that because CB is on the mound. But the dude, CB's not untouchable. You know what I'm saying? He's good. He's good. He is their ace, but he's not untouchable. Okay. I do think, and on top of that, they're not even positive on the run line. Like, how the fuck would you lay minus 182 with a team on the run line who's 21-23 to the run line? They're negative in the run line. So why would I lay negative odds on that? That makes absolutely no sense. There's no value. So all the value to me is with the Rockies plus 1.5.
Got you. So for your long shot, one of your long shot bets for today, it's a long shot, but there's a great possibility that it might come into fruition. We're looking at Rockies plus 2.5.
Yeah, plus 1.5, 2.5, whatever. Either one, you're getting plus money. But I think it's a very, very good chance they cover that spread. Winning outright is very dangerous. I do not think they're going to do that. But covering the spread, I think it's a chance they keep it close.
Okay. Now,
It
what
could be
about
a
this
1-3
interesting
win.
matchup? We have the hottest team in the show right now in the Minnesota Twins. They're currently on a win streak of 11 games, 11 straight in the show.
That doesn't
They're
happen.
taking on the San Diego Padres, who are 6-4 in their last 10 and currently on a 2-game win streak.
No. Minnesota playing Milwaukee. They're playing the Brewers.
So you got the Padres in that one?
No. The Twins is playing the Brew Crew. They playing the Brewers. They playing Minnesota.
Oh, right. They're playing Minnesota. Excuse me. No, yeah, they're playing the Brewers, who are currently 5-5 in their last 10 and on a 1-game winning streak. Is the hottest team in the show right now? Did they pull that one out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. They're way too hot to fade. You just gotta rock with them until they lose. But honestly, me personally, looking at this line, and because they're so hot, I can't fade them because this Twins team is not this good. I mean, I can't take them because this Twins team is not this good, and they are due for regression. But they also were not that bad. Like that 11-game winning streak put them 4 games above 500. Just shows you. You know what I'm saying? So right now they're 4 games above 500. I think you kind of got to wait for them to lose, and once they do lose, I'm gonna fade the hell out of them because I see a losing streak coming after all of those wins. Because that type of positive, like, they have to balance out. The books they're gonna get their money back. They just can't keep winning like that. But I'm not gonna fade them until they do lose. I'm gonna just sit that one out. And I'm not really a Patrick fan. I'm not really. I gotta tune into him a little bit more. I watched him like a game or two. I didn't really see anything that's like, ooh, I'm taking against the 11 Twins right now. Like, nah, so I'm gonna just stay away from that game. Honestly, I think the better play might be the total, which I have to look at because they have it at 7.5, which seems low. Usually when they have a total somewhere in that area, it's probably gonna go under, and they're offering you plus money. I think the under might be at play in that game. That might be the best bet, the better bet.
You said the best bet was what?
The under in that game, probably.
The under. You talking about the Twins and the Brewers, right?
Facts.
Twins and Brewers under 7.5, right?
Facts. You're getting some plus money. It's a lot of value. You know, they put it there to scare you a little bit, but I think it's a good chance it goes under.
Twins. Yeah, we have Mets. We have Mets money line. Let's recap. What do we have? Mets money line. We have Twins under 7.5. We have Cubbies. We have Rockies. We have Rockies run line plus 2.5 or plus 1.5. We have a Mets take your shot at a Mets batter to go yard tomorrow. One of the top guys, uh, Brandon Nimmo, Soto, Lindor, or Pete the Bear. You're going with Pete, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Pete. I think he gets number 10. He has 9 this season. I think he gets number 10. I don't. Who did they play last series? They play. Yeah, he
Uh,
has 9.
what you would call it? That was Juan series. Juan was going. We went against the Pirates. We won that series 2-1. And then we
Yeah,
also
he did
played
make
the
the
Cubs before that. And
yeah, this series. He's gonna show up. He's gonna be active this series.
Juan is going to be active.
No, he's not gonna do anything. But he might do something game two, but game one he ain't gonna do shit. He might get on they probably walk him or something. They probably walk that nigga. He ain't hitting no home runs or nothing like that. He gonna be scared. But you know who I'm looking at right now that I think I'm kind of feeling? I think I'm feeling San Francisco.
The Giants,
Oakland. Yeah,
they
I
have one
think
of the hottest batting teams in the show right now, right?
yeah, and they got Logan Webb on the mound, who's one of my guys. Yeah, they got Logan Webb on the mound. That's one of my guys. Uh, something a little funny.
Recently, they haven't been doing good.
With this line. Yeah, something's a little strange.
Recently, they're
But
coming off of they're 4-6 in their last 10 and a one-game losing streak. They're a little bit on a little slump right now.
they're a little cold.
Hmm.
Looking a little icy.
A little bit. Yeah, the batters are starting to fall off a little bit. They went against recently. They went against the Diamondbacks. They lost 2-1 to the Diamondbacks. They got
Mm.
swept by the red hot Minnesota Twins. Yeah, that was tough. But then the last series they did good against. They played the Cubs and they beat the Cubs 2-1 and they put up 14 in game two. 14. They beat them 14-5. That was May 6th. This is last week Tuesday. They had a good outing against the Cubs last week. So I don't know. I mean, the Athletics aren't anybody to be super afraid of. They're also 4-6 in their last 10 on a 2-game losing streak. With one of the worst run differentials in the show right now. They're minus 51 in terms of runs
Yeah,
scored and runs allowed.
their team has one of the worst pitching and bullpens. That's the problem. Their pitching is terrible, but they bat so well that it propels them a little bit. That's one thing about Sacramento is that they hit extremely well. Their pitching just sucks. Sort of shit. They like our juniors a little bit. Like you know what I'm saying? Because
When you say Al, you talking about the Yankees?
yeah, because our pitching is sus right now until we get everybody back. And so, only thing that's saving us is our batting. And our bullpen is pretty good.
Right. All right. They also just came off you're speaking about their pitching. Their pitching tonight, last night, Thursday, May 15th. They let up 19 runs to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They lost 19. They lost 19-2 last night.
19-2. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, their
Shohei
pitching is.
Ohtani, he went yard twice.
We had him. We had it was his bobblehead. It was his bobblehead night, and we had Shohei last night. But of course, I had him in a parlay with something else, and of course, something might have. I forgot what the hell we had him. Who we had him in a lay with? Oh, you know what it was? We had Golden State in the points, and they lost. But I think I took extra points. I think I took the plus money. I think I took like plus 8.5, and I think they lost by 10 or some shit, or by 11. But yeah, that's what it was. But we had Otani going yard last night. This was bobblehead night, so I kind of expected it. I was looking at the odds; it was kind of in his favor. It looked good. Send it out to the set, but yeah, Oakland. But that's another thing though. Pay attention to the Dodgers because sneakily they pitching his ass right now too. They've been giving it up. If you notice right now, they on a weird ass zigzag streak. Like they on some they win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one right now. They've been on that streak for I think like the last 7 games because their pitching is so terrible. So they've been giving it up to like I think like probably like they last 10 games. I would say like 8 of them should went over the total. They're all high scoring. But again, they got Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts. You know, the hitting is still there. The guys are back, so it keeps them in the games. That's one thing about this season that I'm happy with the MLB that they did. That they brought the hitting back somehow. Like it's way more activity.
Got you. So we have to recap. We have what was that last one? Oh, you also chose the Cardinals to win, right? Cardinals money line.
No, I mean, hold on. Let me look at that game. I don't even know what I'm thinking for that St. Louis game. What I really like. I'm gonna tell you. Here's the 4 leg that I'm thinking for free crack today. That I think we're gonna have to do a squad ride. We all just gonna have to. We all gonna go big on it. Whatever. Just gonna throw some on this 4-piece. I love Padres. I'm taking the Knicks. We're taking the Mets. And it's a good chance. I think we're going to take Texas. We got to fade Lance McCullers, man. We got to fade him one. I think we're going to take
Texas. So we have, there you go, right there, free crack Fridays for Freaky Fridays for MLB. We have the Mets money line, the Padres money line, Texas Rangers money line, and what was the last one? Is it Giants?
The Knicks. Nah, we're going to pause on the Giants. The last game of the night. We might not even need that. We get back to that later. But I want to see, well, for now, this is what I'm thinking. We'll take as the line moves, I might change something, last minute. But early looks, that's what I'm thinking is going to be the 4-piece.
Mets, Padres, Texas Rangers, and who's the last one?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Knicks over there. So you have the Knicks closing out the series tonight.
Yeah, they closing that out tonight.
You did have an early prediction when nobody was riding the Knicks. Pause. We are from Brooklyn. Nobody was riding the Knicks. Parlay Demon, before the series even started, selected the Knicks in 6. And if the prophecy is true, that comes into fruition tonight, 8:00 Eastern on ESPN. We have the Knicks versus the Celtics. The books have them at 2-point favorites. For the first time, they're favorites in the series, right? Minus 145. They're favorites.
I think this might be the second time we was favorites. Yeah, we probably was favored. Yeah, we was probably favorites twice. The first time. Were we?
I don't think so. I think they gave
This
Boston.
might be.
They were giving Boston the favorites even on the road. Even without Tatum last game, they somehow were giving Boston. They actually won that game. So I don't know. Bucks know what they talk about sometimes.
Well, I will say this. What happened? This situation this will be the 5th time this situation has ever happened in the NBA playoff history where a team has won the first 2 games, lost the 3rd game, won the 4th game, and lost the 5th game. This has only happened 4 times. This will be the 5th time it happens.
So this is the 5th time that type of
this situation has ever happened in playoff history in the NBA. And in that situation, the team that's up 3-2 is 4-0. And we'll be 5-0 tonight. The Knicks will close it out. We do not want to go to game 7. We let them rock last game because they lost their star. JT went out. No one said we didn't want to throw salt in the room. We want to take it back to the Garden, get us a win, let the city celebrate, because we don't know what's going to happen in these next 2 series. Even though I think we're going to the finals because we owe Indiana. Because not only were we up, we were up 3-1 or 3-2 on Indiana, and then everybody got hurt. We owe Indiana, and they owe us a trip. They owe us a trip to the chip. Once we get there, will we win? I have no clue.
Who's the opponent when you get there? Who do you have? Game 7, Thunder versus Nuggets on Sunday.
It doesn't matter.
18th.
Whoever is, it's gonna be Minnesota. It doesn't matter. Whoever, I mean, honestly, I think it's gonna be Minnesota.
Right. I think I would agree with you too. I think Minnesota is so balanced in terms of what they can offer on the both sides of the courts. That they just can't. I don't know if any one of these teams could really match up well with them. Besides, maybe I think the Nuggets give them a better run. Just because of.
I don't think we like the Thunder. That's our team. That's our favorite money-making regular season team, and they will be Thunder Buddies for life. They made us so much money because, one, they're probably the number 1 ATS team during the regular season. So those are our guys. We love them. But in the playoffs, it's just a different atmosphere. It's a different game. So, and during the regular season, Minnesota gave both teams a fit. They gave both teams hell. I think they beat them. Matter of fact, I think Minnesota might have beat them all the meetings, which doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything because they were saying the same shit about us, about the Knicks, that we didn't beat any of the top teams. We was 0-8, all of this, and we came in here and clapped fire out of Boston. So anything is possible. But I think no freaky pause. I think Minnesota can taste it. Like they know that they right there. They this close, and I think they smell blood, and I think they're gonna forget. I don't think he's gonna get eliminated in the finals again. It already happened last year to the Dawn. He got the Dawn out of here early, so I think this time they're going for it. He got the right cast. He got the right team. Julius is playing out of his mind, which we knew was going to happen. That's one of the people. Like that's so bittersweet because I really hate that we had to make that trade. Because I wish we kept Julius and Dante. Facts, but
Dante. Ooh, that's an exciting matchup. If that comes into fruition,
that's what I think about it. That championship matchup is going to be insane.
Right. Julius Randle and Dante go back home to go play against their former team, the New York Knickerbockers.
Cat go back to Minnesota.
He has Cat versus Minnesota. He's back in Minnesota for a 7 games championship series.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! That's box office right there.
Box office. Come on. That's why. Look, you just got and think about it, gang. Niggas like Indiana, cool. To me, Indiana is ass. They're a very tall team. They have a lot of bench depth, and they're very fast. One thing they don't play defense. They just outscore their teams. That's all they do. They don't play no defense. They just outscore you. You know what I'm saying? So that can only get you but so far. And they're low-key a small market team. Who the hell wants to see Indiana in the finals?
Yeah, that's they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, right?
They were in yes, and they got clapped by Boston.
Right.
We gotta
So
talk
this
about
is
Boston.
I seen that come across my screen the other day, and I'm like, yo, I don't even remember them. See how you just it wasn't even in your memory too. I don't even remember them playing Boston last year.
Right.
A very very irrelevant small
Nobody
market.
wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that shit, bro. Nobody wants to see that. So I expect the boys. I expect the Knicks because I mean, at the end of the day, this shit is still a business, and these guys want to make. They're gonna make that coin. That check has got to be made, gang.
Sorry, Larry Bird, Larry Legend, your hometown Indiana Pacers.
Like that
It's
check.
not this year. It's not this year. Is not it for them.
Sorry, Reggie. Y'all niggas, we hate y'all niggas anyway, man. But
There you have it. We have a toss up on Sunday between the Nuggets and Thunder, and we have whoever wins that series, they go against Minnesota and Parlay Demon. And I would agree too. Minnesota advances to the NBA Finals to take on the New York Knickerbockers in a 7-game super blockbuster series.
only thing I regret is we didn't put that shit in the day I put that shit in the chat. We should have plugged that in. That's the only thing I regret. We should have
Yeah,
plugged that in that
because
same day.
Vegas was selling the New York Knicks to win the championship at plus 5,000 on that day. They were all it dropped down from plus 5,000 at the beginning of Boston. The day he's talking about at the beginning of the Boston and New York series, they had New York winning the series plus 460 versus the Celtics, and New York winning the championship plus 5,000. New York is currently somewhere like in the plus 300s to win the championship, and they're currently favorites to win the series, which is the drop off from plus 5,000 to win the championship to
It's
plus
bizarre.
300 or 400, wherever it is now, is just a bizarre. Like Parlay Demon said, it's just a bizarre drop off, was a great opportunity to come up and almost double or triple or quadruple your bankroll 10 times. Your bankroll, whatever your bankroll is, to put something on it. You would have made money off the drop off. You would have made the books would have had to sell you a cash out offer on that because the odds dropped so much. So that was a great opportunity. Anyone we did post it on if you guys are following us on Instagram, we did post it on the story there. You guys could have taken advantage of any of those two picks. But it looks like tonight, like the Parlay Demon said, that no other professional analyst had out there. Majority of the big guys, the big names, they all had Boston winning 5-6. But the Parlay Demon came in clutch. The Parlay Demon came in clutch with Knicks in 6.
They had us getting swept. They had Boston at 5. Disrespect. Man. It's okay. I understand that, man, because I was one of them dudes that had motherfucking LA. I had LA coming out that series, so I can't even front on nobody that picked Boston to beat us.
Well, while we're on the NBA topic, so we have the playoffs covered. One of the biggest news that came out this week was the Dallas Mavericks had a 1.6% chance to get the number 1 pick in this year's 2025 NBA draft. The Dallas Mavericks select who, Parlay Demon?
Well, they're 100% gonna take Cooper Cup. Like, there's no.
Cooper Flag,
I mean, I said Cooper Cup, Cooper Flag. Excuse
the
me.
next phenom, projected to be the next top talent, one of the top talents, goes to the Dallas
100%
Mavericks
taking
after
Coops.
losing Luka.
They're 100% taking Coops. You know them. They need their star back. I ain't gonna say, but they need their guy back.
Let's take a look at the Dallas Mavericks potential roster after losing Luka. We have Kyrie Irving at the 1. We have Clay. We have Clay Thompson potentially returning on the roster. We have Clay Thompson's former Slash brother, Kyrie Irving, former NBA champion. We have Anthony Davis, former NBA champion. We have Cooper
Slash
Flag.
defensive player of the year.
Oh my gosh. We have a bench that is just, one of the best benches out there in terms of talent. They played a year together, so I'm assuming that some of those guys return. They have a lot of quality talent on that roster. And Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie's over there.
He's
They
okay. He's pretty good. He's okay. He's decent when he want to be.
right.
Najee Marshall might still be over there, I believe, as
Right.
well.
They had Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively the second. They had Najee Marshall, PJ Washington is on the roster.
PJ. Ooh, see now who? Now here's who started.
This is what I'm saying. So we have Cooper Flag
Oh,
is
you know what
lifted.
it is? You know what it is? Your boy's coming off the bench. He old anyway. Pop, he's coming off the bench.
You're talking about Clay?
Yeah, he's done enough. Pop coming off the bench, man. He's done
And I
enough.
don't know.
Sit him
Clay
down.
does have an ego, but I don't know if
Sit
because
him down.
his
Sit him
last his
down.
last his last season in the Warriors they did the same thing to him, and I don't know if he liked that. So I don't know if he could take that.
Hey, I don't care what he likes. Sit Pop down. He got to rest up, man. You know what I mean? He did okay. He did all right. Actually,
Dallas
he didn't even
Mavericks.
do all right. He didn't do shit. So it is what it is. You got to sit him down.
Is it safe to say the Dallas Mavericks, because Kyrie comes back, is estimated to come back in January of 2026, a little bit after or right before the All-Star break. Um, do you have the Dallas Mavericks at
They're gonna
least
be a
in the
problem.
Final Four? At least get into the Western Conference? Are they right now bold, super bold future prediction?
You mean are they a contender? A legit
Are they? Are they?
contender?
Do
I
they have a
think
real possibility? Would you select them right now today, knowing that they have the potential to get with Cooper Flag on the roster? Do you think they can get to the Western Conference Finals at least?
no. And
Ooh.
it's not because of Cooper Flag. It's because we know AD's made of glass. So eventually, this dude's not gonna be playing. We don't know when, but eventually, this dude's not gonna play. You know what I mean? We just gotta be honest. But I do believe these guys cause issues. Right? I do believe they will be later in the season. I do believe they will go to the playoffs. But that is all contingent on Anthony Davis. It's all on him at the end of the day. Kyrie, we got to see what Kyrie we get.
Yeah,
Because
definitely. We got to see what he looks like when he comes back in January, and then how he gels, and then because they probably already have their way of playing basketball, but then we have to add in Kyrie to that mix in January and then see how they mesh in their rotations.
well, that's gonna change regardless anyway because it has to because they're gonna get cool. So aside from that, it's just that now he's older, so the injury recovery process and how you snap back from that is a little bit different than it was when he was younger. He's toward the end of his prime now. You know, Kyrie, damn man, what is he like 33, 34, some shit like that? He getting old. Him and Steph, them
Yeah,
boys getting old.
he's getting up there. A couple injuries set him back. LeBron, everybody compares, age to LeBron, but LeBron hasn't had any, cross our fingers. We don't wish anything bad on him.
Major,
Yeah,
anything
no,
major
yeah,
compared to, I
not
mean,
everybody.
beside from what he said happened in that last game, but we don't know if that's true or not. But
Yeah, fake injuries.
we don't know. That's my boy. You know I love bro. That's my dog. We gonna rock with him to the end of time. But we gotta make shit up.
So there you
But I
have it,
think
guys.
word.
That was a great episode. We had a lot of great predictions go on. We have Knicks and Minnesota to win their both of their conferences. We also have, just to recap, we have um, today's free crack early parlay. Don't punch it in yet, but from the start of the day, you'll see it in the in the chat. Free crack channel. If you're not already a member of it, please join today. We have Mets money line, Padres money line, Texas Rangers money line, Knicks money line. Those are the four to go with that. In addition to the free crack for our podcast listeners, thank you for tuning in. Here's some free plays for you too as well. Go get some money today. We have the Minnesota Twins. Their game under not their run line, but the game between them and who did they play again? Um, the Twins play the Brewers. Them and the Brewers, we have that game going under 7.5. We also have the Rockies, which is a long shot, but definitely good money on there. According to Parlay Demon, is worth a shot at +2.5 run line or +1.5 run line. We also have, which is some big money today, you could make selecting one of these Mets batters, top batters, to go get a home run tonight. We have either Pete Alonso, Brandon Nimmo, Juan Soto, or Francisco Lindor. Also with a Giants money line to throw in there as well. That's a potential you want to look at. And then we also have some futures for you guys. We have Knicks conference winner and Minnesota Timberwolves conference winner to face off in this year's NBA Finals, which is a showdown box office matchup. Yeah, it was a great show. Thank you, guys. Any last words, Parlay Demon?
No, we appreciate y'all. Thanks for being today. Some early looks. Tap into Instagram, the channel for some updates on the plays and the changes we make. I will drop some free crack play for Freaky Friday. We'll try to get together a little collab lay for everybody from the game. See what they're doing. It's just a good day.
Beautiful. Well, that's a great show. One of the first episodes. So there you have it, y'all. Parlay Demon, PickEm456 signing off. Everybody be well. Get money, get bread.
Yeah.
Shit. It's your boy.